He deployed the United States military, tear gassing peaceful protesters in pursuit of a photo opportunity in the service of his reelection, even holding the Bible upside down. The action that led to an apology from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and an outspoken denunciation of the use of military for domestic political purposes from scores of former military leaders and secretaries of defense.
Well, that sounds serious. That sounds very serious. Except that's not true at all. Every word you just heard there from the President of the United States of America was a lie. And don't let them get away with this thing that politicians always love to do. Wow, it's complicated. And, well, I mean, maybe not 100% true. And hey, maybe twist it. No, he lied. That's an outright lie. None of that's true. But why would he do that? Why would Joe Biden, President of the United States, most powerful man in the world, why would Joe Biden get up behind the microphone and lie? I mean, do you remember Trump walking to the church and holding up the Bible and all that? And Joe Biden gets up there and tells a huge lie about it? How in the world? Why would he do that? Well, why wouldn't you do that when you own the American media? When the American media is simply a communication arm of the Democratic Party, you can do and say whatever you want. Don't you remember the headlines about Trump walking there? And I don't mean headlines from some jerkwater blog either. I'm talking things like the New York Times, the Washington Post, the biggest publications in the United States of America were out there running with the exact same outright lie. Trump dispersed the protesters so he could have a photo op. Uh-oh, turns out we have the Deputy Inspector General, or the Interior Department Inspector General. The evidence did not support a finding that the USPP cleared the park on June 1st, 2020, so that then President Trump could enter the park. This is the problem. And this is a big problem because it's actually not about that one story, right? Okay, the media told a big fat lie. You're so used to it by this point in time, you're like me, you're just numb. Of course they're lying. It's not that they're lying. And they lied about this and lied about what happened in Lafayette Park and I've lied about virtually everything. The problem is they keep getting caught in these gigantic lies. And what's happened is the American people, they don't trust their cultural institutions anymore. And you shouldn't, right? I mean, you shouldn't, but let's be honest about this. It's a big deal when a high enough percentage of a nation stops trusting the nation's cultural institutions. It is a big deal that the President of the United States says something and you roll your eyes. But I know what you're saying. Okay, well, he's a politician, Jesse. Okay, let's set aside the President of the United States. It's a big deal when the Federal Bureau of Investigation is brought up, just the name, FBI, and half the country rolls their eyes. That's a big deal. When people say CIA and you roll your eyes, it's a big deal. How do you feel about the Center for Disease Control? I mean, they're out there tackling white supremacy, so I'm sure you have high hopes, but how do you feel about the Center for Disease Control? How do you feel about the United States military? How do you feel about your entertainment system in this country, Hollywood? How do you feel about your education system? Are any of these things I'm bringing up, are any of them inspiring confidence in you when I say the word? No, they're not. I know they're not. I see all the numbers. I know you find all these institutions to be detestable, but you understand. You have to understand that is a huge, huge problem for a nation. Setting America aside, just pick a country. Country X. Country X is filled with people who don't trust its law enforcement. They don't trust its court system. They don't trust their entertainment system. They don't trust their education system. They don't trust relatively non-political systems like the center that handles the country when it gets sick. how would you say that country's doing? How's country X doing when half of its citizens look at its institutions and say to themselves, oh, yikes. Not good, right? Not good at all. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me. Thanks.